everything, and no distractions except for the heat. I'm frying myself here. I'll pass it to Mateo.
Thank you, Santi. Hey, guys. Yeah, I'm not distracted. I'm here mainly for the nice talk and see if there is still something else to do before we release this week. Also, very curious about the progress on Give Power, and yeah, Angel Bolt is also very interesting. As I was away last week, I wasn't part of the last meeting, so yeah, here to participate and listen as much as I can. I'll pass it to Sharik.
Thank you, Mateo. Hello, guys. Good evening, good morning. I'm on agenda. I'm not distracted. And about the Give Power, I fixed all issues Lauren assigned to me. But about the Give Power progress, I think we need more tests. Yep. And about Nice Token, I think Mateo implemented all banners and single project banner and buttons. All things is ready. About the front end, yeah, I pass it to Amin.
Hello everyone, sorry for being late. I lost track of time. Yeah, hopefully the Give front end goes well in my view. Because our testing, I have not seen any issue for the smart contract side, at least. But you know, I'm not still confident. In the smart contract, we need test, audit. Yeah, I'm blocked by the Angel Vault. Guys, you know, technical guys to help me on how to prepare a test environment. Yeah, that's it. And I think Mitch have gone, sent everyone have gone, right?
Pass it to me.
To Lauren. Oh, okay, pass it to Moni.
Yeah, I'm just here to listen and get updated and follow up the testing issues. And that's it. And I'm very distracted. I'm just trying to prepare something to eat. I pass it to Jesse.
Oh, thanks, Jesse. Raz, if you'd like to say hi, introduce yourself, and do intentions and instructions, we're just doing a check-in to start the call off.
Hello, good evening, Lauren, everybody. How are you? Glad I dropped in. There's something wrong with my phone notification system, so I don't get notified. You know, I keep missing these AMS. Well, I'm here today, so happy to be. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Awesome. Well, great. Awesome. Let's just dive in. I mean, let's start with Give Power. I think we can go to the nice token after. I'm not sure there's too much to talk about. So yeah, Give Power. Give Power. So I did get Jivan and Kotavi to start with testing on Give Power and had some issues. I know you had some questions on some of the issues, Charik, so maybe we could just like touch base on them because some of them are weird. Like I don't actually know. Okay, there's the one issue about like should we show the APRs and the staking card if the user's on mainnet because all the other farms are going to show 0% APR. So, I mean, this is also a question for you. I'm not sure if you talked at all with Pavle about the possibility for the user to be able to like be on mainnet and then go to stake their give and then it bridges it, like it calls the transaction to bridge their give or something like that. Is it possible to?
I couldn't talk with Paul and I couldn't ping him, but he didn't respond. Yeah. So I haven't any conversation with him till now. Bridging is an interesting concept. I don't have knowledge. I should research myself if I don't know how to do it. Yeah, about the percentage of reward, Churik fixed that only the range is shown on X dice. So if the user wallet is not connected, or if you're in the mainnet, you don't have a range on the 100% gift farm. Yeah, it's my update finally. And about the bridge, I should investigate. I have not. I suffer from lack of knowledge in this area.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just messaging Pablo right now. When the user clicks this. Cool, because I think he was looking into it. Okay, yeah, because this is kind of like a blocker. So, but I guess regardless, I mean, right now, like the idea was that when the user isn't staking anything, they see the APR and so right now, when the user's not connected with their wallet, they don't see any APRs. Is that true?
No, they see. They should see.
They should see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When users not connected their wallet.
Yeah.
No, they can't see because we need wallet and network provider to calculate APR, I think.
We don't have any default. We had some default. Oh, I thought it's it. You know, we should have default provider.
Yeah, but
no, but it's not working.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not working. You're right.
Yeah, it looks like that. Can we? Is that easy to implement?
I mean, what do you think? Did you implement it before?
It's all about provider, and if the user wallet is not connected, we can use default. But I think it should be possible to implement it. By the way, you know, the main is our default network. Am I right, Churik?
Yeah, the mainnet is our default chain. So if we calculate APR, again, we don't have give power here. But yeah, another issue, and we can pass the default provider and calculate APRs.
Okay, I'll make an issue for it. Who would be the best person to do this issue? Is it, which one of you should I assign?
I and Churik. Which one?
Both? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. So I just created an issue for that. I think, so then in the case, I mean, even if we can't bridge the user's GIVE tokens from mainnet to Gnosis chain, because I think, Cherokee, you were also asking that issue, like, oh, if they're connected to mainnet, it should show the original staking card, but actually we're going to get rid of that card. So it's not even going to exist at all when we launch Give Power. So the only possible option for stake and give will be in Give Power. So we'll need to have it so that, like, if we can't be on mainnet and then stake the give and bridge it like that, we'll have to make it so that when you click the stake button, it like prompts a change network or something. You know, it's like a switch network to Gnosis chain, or it's like has a modal that sends you to the XDAI bridge or an Omni bridge.
Lauren, you're getting rid of the single asset give farm on mainnet, right?
Yeah.
Because there's still rewards allocated to it.
Yeah, but I think, well, the plan is to make a snapshot vote after At least I was going to make a snapshot vote probably at the same time as the one for the incentives goes up, because we could just, stop putting rewards to that pool and allocate them to give power staking. What do you think?
Oh, it's fine. I agree. There's not much value having the farm there. It doesn't really do us any favors.
No, it doesn't, right?
So, yeah, if you do get them to bridge it, then make sure at least that they understand,
Mm-hmm.
that when they
Hello,
click.
guys.
Oh, go ahead, Sam.
Hi,
Do it.
Sam. Welcome.
Sam.
Hello.
Hey, Sam.
I'm sorry I'm late. I just entered now. I will be listening, and if there is anything that I can help in, I would like to know which are the things that I could. The thing that I would like to do is to review the code before you publish it, so it fits in what we expect to have in the future, such as the delegation and the boosting, to make sure that it's going to work well before it is released. So we are still in this moment, right?
Yeah, we haven't launched live, but there is a test deployment up.
Okay, that's so good. That's so good. Okay, so if you can later point me to this test deployment, I will reply asynchronously during this week.
Okay.
On if there is something that I see that should change or not. But it's great that you already are in this point.
That's fine. Amin, can you send Sam the whatever access to the code so he can review it for the staking and locking?
For the give power, right?
Mm-hmm. For give power.
Yeah, the code is the same repository. The smart contract, I can share the link with you. Yeah.
Okay. Did you implement the front end as well?
Yeah, we did. I can send you a link. Let's see.
Okay.
It's give power. Here it is.
So everything should be working now.
Yeah, everything should be working in terms of feasibility. We do have a few front end things that we're changing and adjusting.
Okay.
Yeah, but so far there haven't been any issues with things locking and unlocking. It seems to be working as expected.
Okay, then I will keep listening, and if there is anything that you need, I will be here.
Great. Actually, maybe you might know the answer to this question, Sam. We were just talking about we're going to replace all of our single asset staking cards in the farm with give power, even though it's only on Gnosis chain. So basically, if the user's connected to mainnet, we want them to see the same give power card, and when then they click to stake their give, it maybe triggers a bridging transaction that allows that bridges their give from mainnet to Gnosis chain. And do you know if that's possible? I mean, we asked Pavle to investigate it, but I don't really know if he did or the results. So maybe since we have you.
I never did that. It should be possible. Although it's a little bit. I would say that it should be a little bit out of the scope until the rest of the things are working, because doing something like this could involve a lot of trouble, I would say. What happens if the transaction doesn't go through, or what happens if
There's a lot of problem with bridges.
Yeah.
If it gets stuck in the router, if the funds could be stuck for hours, and if the user isn't actually on the bridge, being able to monitor it, there's a lot of communication and technical issues.
Okay, so yeah, I mean that makes sense just also like intuitively. So do you think instead of wasting our time with trying to make this work, we could just, the user clicks stake and then they get a modal that pops up that says, in order to stake your give, you need to bridge it to Gnosis chain, and then they click, go to the Omni bridge, and then should we do it that way?
It is a worse user experience for sure. But I think that it could be better to manage all the problems in the bridge in the actual bridge, not to do something on top of the bridge.
Yeah.
Especially now, maybe in a second iteration, because it is something that it doesn't depend on the contracts. In a second iteration, it can be different, like removing this modal and just sending the transaction directly. And in some sense to monitor the blockchain so you can see that you receive the funds. It's a little bit it is a little bit tricky because we are talking with two blockchains and it doesn't have to be one transfer does not have to be connected to the other one. So it's a little bit difficult to see when the transfer is done. Maybe you can just monitor how much give do you have in the Gnosis chain, and if it changed, then to remove the modal and say, okay, you receive give, so now you can stake it or something like this. That will be possible.
Yeah.
But especially the doing in just one transaction, the bridge and the stake, that I think that also will be feasible with some of the bridges. I'm not sure with the Omni bridge it's feasible or not, because basically you have to specify which is the data that you want to send in the bridge, which can also be quite costful, because if you have to specify the projects that you want to stake in mainnet, it is going to be a long data that it has to go through the bridge and everything. I think that it's way better to do two transactions, one for bridging and another one for staking, because the other way around, well, one for bridging and one for staking and locking and selecting projects as normal, because the other way around you will have all in one transaction, but that transaction will be on mainnet, which will not have a lot of sense, because you have to add a lot of data that is going to be transferred all over the place when it's not needed at all. It has sense what I said, right?
Oh, go ahead. I mean,
sorry. In the conference, I came across a group that Ether Spot. I don't know. Have you heard about them?
No.
They have an SDK for multi-chain, based on what they explained me. They can bridge assets for you to another chain and create a smart wallet and do something customized action with that data, with that asset on the second bridge. So it forced to take a look at this and see whether is it possible, because staking or locking can be complicated stuff. Maybe it has enough power for us to maybe do it in one or two transactions. I don't know whether we should investigate whether they are reliable, whether they work as we need or not. But based on what they describe for me, it can be possible, to transfer asset and do complex stuff with that asset on the second network. In our case, user do transaction on mainnet, and everything will happen on the XTI network.
I think it's a
That's
super
pretty
cool
much-
idea, but I think that it's going to take a while for us to figure out, which is even based on this conversation. And then maybe the best way forward right now is just to like add some clunky UI modal things.
Yes.
Yeah, you could spend this building the rest of the roadmap.
I know. Yeah, we should, this isn't, I think, so critical. I would rather get this out in the next 2 weeks than spend 2 weeks trying to figure out how we can like, do mainnet things and then have all this action happen on Gnosis chain,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just to keep it simple, I don't think we should like completely cut off this as an idea, but let's just keep it simple for now. And I'll ask Mo to add a modal that links to the Omni bridge.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very good.
Okay, great. All right. So next things, Chirik, did you have any more issues that you came up with while you were fixing the things that while you were working on those front end issues? Did you run into any other problems or questions?
No, all the issues fixed, I think.
Oh, great.
Yeah, but I don't check the issues. I just check the issues that you assigned to me.
Yeah.
But maybe some issues are not assigned to me, and I should see them.
I can take a look, but I either assign you or I tag Monique and I say, should we assign Chirik?
Can only assign one issue to Meta, or the
Yeah.
rest assigned to Cherry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Meta.
Yeah, the one that is about the, I think, the description of the back of the card. I think there was an issue on the grammar or the context. We changed that. And another thing that I don't remember right now, but it was something related with the UX.
Okay. Cool. Well, that's great. So then I think they're all here. Awesome. So, Kotabe and I don't know, Kotabe, have you done much testing or do you have any issues on Give Power that you want to bring up?
Actually, yesterday I created a small thread underneath the GIVeconomy channel about Give Power testing. And I feel so bad that I missed, I didn't do it on Friday because it could have gone already on the on this sprint basically. But if you scroll all the way to the left, I kind of like did a you made one, Lauren, that said like all the way down. Yeah. Small changes 2.0. And it says about different models, like some ideas, some issues that I found, some things that could go, like there are a couple of question marks that don't have information, and I am suggesting something that could go there.
Okay, cool. So I'll assign myself to go through these things and can break them up because it looks like they're all like sort of like, what do you think? Maybe we do this or something like this. So it needs a little bit of like review, right?
Yeah, it will be great. Like you've been kind of like leading the way, so it will be great if you also put your insights. There is a couple that, well, there's one that can be a bit contentious. Like you mentioned that like this I will do it later button should be taken off from one model but kept in another one. And I don't know, I just think that it's better to not have it like if they want to do it later they can just close the model or click anywhere else, but I think it's better that the main call to action is to stake.
Oh yeah, I think that's a good idea, especially if they're like, oh yeah, okay, sure.
And there is one important one that we mentioned during the testing, Lauren, which is that the when you're seeing, well, two important ones. One is that you cannot see like what you have logged in so easily from the model, and I think it should be there
Mhm.
on the card. And the second one is that once that you see it, then the multiplier gets rounded. And that means that from 2 to 5 rounds that you lock, it says that your multiplier is 2, for example. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that, yeah.
Did we fix that already? I think Jivan was making an issue about that. To change the multiplier to always show like X decimals or something.
I fixed it. No, it's not too much.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was talking about this with Jivan. I don't know if he created the issue, but it was like, I think I don't know. Well, anyway, never mind. Yeah, never mind. I'll talk about this. Is slightly unrelated, so I don't want to spend our time here on it. But cool, if you can fix the rounding for the multipliers so that it always shows like 2 decimal places, that would be better. Thank you.
I mentioned this super quick. I mentioned this on the, I think on the Give Power testing thread that I started, and I actually tagged Sherik because I think that this is like a continuation of like the small changes that Lauren is suggesting. So I don't know if I think it will be great, like once that Lauren goes through them and review it, if it can be done like in the same sprint, because it just, I think it's the same effort to go through the small changes that Lauren said, and then these ones is just kind of like an add-up.
Thank you. Kutabi, can you mention me on that message on the thread, because I can find it.
I can mention you right now, Sherik.
Thank you.
I have it open, so I just tagged you. Awesome.
You can also assign something to me if Sherik is too busy.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Sounds good. Great. So for the sticking, unsticking, that's all of the major things that I had. Is there anything else any other questions or things we need to discuss? Cool. Okay, I think we should move on to Angel Vault next. So, I mean, you're saying you're blocked by the Ichi team.
Yeah. I don't know how to, at least set up the test environment. Yeah. And also how to calculate the liquidity price. I have some idea, but if they have solved this before, so we can rely on that and don't spend much time. In the meantime, I'm trying to test the power, right? Good.
Right. Okay. But what is it exactly that you need from them? Because I did see your message in the Ichi chat, but I think it might be like unclear to them because you just said I'm blocked by testing on COVID.
Daniel himself mentioned 3 items that they were true. First, it's about how to set up the Q1 test environment, how to calculate the LP price, and third is how the APR we can get their reward. They pay reward themselves. So we need these 3 things.
Okay. Cool. I'm just writing in the chat to help clarify. So, let's just play.
Yeah, I'm sending you the link to message. What is this?
Oh, I have it too. Okay, but thank you, Ain. Perfect. Yeah. Cool. Great. And then so for the front end, Sherik, did you see this issue? I think I might have assigned you. I think I did.
Yeah, I started working on it, but we need backend to initiate. Yeah, I'm blocked by backend. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you're blocked by backend, and backend is blocked by somebody I don't know. So I'll do my best.
For what you are blocked by backend? Sorry.
We don't have many things to do in the front end, but if
Underwolf,
yeah.
Basically, most of the thing we need to do is
we should add subgraph items.
Okay.
If you have any, if anyone has bandwidth and like to make his hand dirty, we have some good issues for subgraph to improving subgraph. If anyone is volunteer, I don't know about the backend guys or even the frontend guys can test it.
Bounty. I told you about
Mm.
bounty. Let's do bounty.
No, you know, it's a knowledge. Maybe Matthew, if has bandwidth, he can go for it, and it's very interesting. And it's pure JavaScript, and it's totally interesting. And yeah, it's up. I don't know how is your timeline and how busy are you? That's because here I know Mohammed is busy. Am I right, Mohammed? We have on Mohammed. Developers here, I, Tariq, and Mohammed, and if for instance, you know, it's a good point for Matthew. If Matthew accepts it,
Yeah.
it's very good point because he will understand subgraph. It's good knowledge. Also, he will understand how in the front, and he can refactor the front end to use the new values, and it will be very cool. And we can, you know, it's actually a new issue. It's an issue that I personally like to work on it, but you know, we have lots of small things to do. I have many small things to do.
Is this stuff for all for Give Power that you're talking about, or for the GIVeconomy?
It's part of this. It's part of this. You know, in order to support, in order to, you know, the problem. For instance, currently we want to support AngelWord, right? And we need to add new balance, something like this, and it will be too complex. It will add complexity to our current subgraph. So we decided to go redesign it. It's mostly working, but we need to add previous configuration to this design. Yeah, I have implemented maybe 60% of the implementation or 70%. You know, the structure is the same, only a new type of contract should be implemented there. It's easy. It's probably straightforward for someone to start. And then, you know, after that, we can add the new contract, new farm, for instance, ET, and another thing easily by less than 1 hour. Okay. But these days, it's spent 3 days or 2 days to implement the new farm, you know, add the new farm. That's to the front end at least.
What else do we need to go through on this call?
We need to go through cult, give farm, nice token, and region farms outreach. Should we just keep moving? I don't know. I was just giving you guys some space.
Before we move on, Lauren, no, I mean, I want to meet with you, and yeah, that sounds interesting, and you can explain me a little bit more in detail. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if, yeah, it's too late already.
Yeah, even today I'm available if you like. Okay.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so quickly going back to Angel Vault. I mean, it sounds like that's really the end of the story for today, like all we can do for now. But is there anything else, like any other questions or pieces on Angel Vault before we move on?
At this moment, I don't have anything in my mind. Actually, it's, you know, our call was 2 days ago, and before, and yeah, I've got a simple.
Yeah. Okay. So then the next question is, the other things I have are, okay, I mean, for the cult farm, we've already transferred ownership to their multi-sig, so that's all we had to do, right? We're done.
Yeah, I just, only one thing I need to remove myself, you know, remove the access from my account in a single item. I didn't do that because I wasn't sure that everything is correct, but I can renounce that permission from my account too. You know, they didn't confirm that, yeah, it's okay and we have access. If they do it, you know, I transferred 3 permissions. 2 of them, I don't have any permission anymore. In any of them, I and them both are admin.
Okay.
But I need a confirmation that they have access.
Cool.
Yes, yes.
Himself as an admin.
because that wasn't the most important one. That was they took in this room.
Yeah. Cool. I just double checked.
Thank you.
Great. Great. I just sent them a message, so hopefully they follow up with us. And then the other thing is I just created an issue for this, and maybe Katavi, you could help with that. I think like when we're like, you know, a month away from their rewards running out, we should send them a message and be like, hey, do you want to continue your rewards? And then, you know, give them a little bit of time so that they could like pass their proposals to get the whatever, to get the ETH to send the call, blah, blah, blah. So Katavi, are you willing to like just keep an eye on that and send them a message when the time comes?
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe even more than a month, just an experience for like passing proposals and have everything set up. Maybe, yeah, a couple of months.
Okay, that sounds great. A couple of months sounds good. I don't actually know when their rewards are supposed to end, but you're in that Call ETH chat, and all the information should be in there. Or actually, I mean, do you know when their rewards end for Cult?
Nope. I should check. Okay.
If you can check quickly and then just tell me or us or tell Katawe, then that would be great.
Yeah, I can take it right now.
Yeah, that'll be great. And also, like, should we do this also for Shapeshift and like Elk? I'm very confused about the one of Elk. I read it somewhere, but their model is not there. I don't know.
Oh, we don't have an Elk farm.
Okay.
We should do this also with Shapeshift. Yeah, good point. Yeah, if you could check in, to figure out when Shapeshift ends as well. Maybe, I mean, you could just let Katabe know when Shapeshift ends and when Cult ends, and then Katabe, you can kind of like make notifications to make sure to
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Great. Okay. Oh, wow. Nice. So this is good. I just wanted to check the archive. So this is fixed now, and we already tested the harvesting of rewards, and it worked in the Give farm. I just wanted to make sure that the Give honey stuff was fixed as well.
Yeah, I tested it, and I managed to harvest my rewards. Yay!
Yay! Okay, cool. I think that this is done then. I can just take it off. Then the provide liquidity button is back. Great. Awesome. Nice token. Yeah. Mitch, is there anything you wanted to follow up with a nice token? I know we were kind of blocked for adding those banners.
Yeah, the main confusion is that, well, the main organization thing is that it hopefully doesn't get stuck behind release. Because we should be ready to launch by Friday. So maybe Monique can figure that out. Because if it gets stuck behind things like verification and multi-project accounts and stuff, and we have to finish testing all of those to do a staging merge, I don't think that'll be done in 2 days.
I think there should be a solution for that. I don't know, Cherik. Cherik can go ahead.
Go ahead, Matthew.
No, I was working particularly on the banners. Are there any other implementation on the front end from the nice tokens that cannot we like select in particular without affecting the whole merge? I think we can cherry pick them without any problem and make them go live as soon as possible without adding the verification and all of the other things on the release.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you two have the two issues. So you just need to make sure that whatever it is you're pushing is on the same branch and then push it to master.
Yeah, basically, I just did the two banners, one on the donation page for Giveth and the landing page. If there is another issue that I don't know, let me know. And
you did both of them. Nice. Yeah, that's it. Okay. then
So if,
that's
so if it's just,
go ahead.
sorry,
Go ahead,
if it's
Monet.
just 2 banners, I think it's okay, but don't we need any other, don't we have any other impacts on the other side? So if we want to do this, we have to do a quick testing on the production at the time of release. If it's just banners, I don't have any.
Well, can we just do a Vercel deployment for the branch that Meteo has?
Yeah. They merged to staging, so you can.
A merge to extension, only one is not recently merged. You don't even have the reversal method, am I right?
No, I'm not sure. The pull request deployment, you say? I don't know.
The pull request, you ask for review. If you ask for review, we have a reversal.
Yeah.
The rest
all
is
there.
the staging. Yeah. You can check
I
it.
don't know, Sherry, did you merge to stay in? I think.
Yeah, I merged it now. Yeah, I reviewed it, but I forgot to merge it. Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
merged
so
it.
essentially in 5 minutes you can take a look in stay in, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. And then basically we test that, make sure it's good, then you push the button and merge those front end things to production. If it looks
I would
good.
have to cherry pick them because it's already on staying. So
Yeah, that's the
I
problem.
have to
Yeah.
make another pull request. And
Yeah,
also for staying, for you to try, you have to go to donate/Giveth because the verification that I'm making is on the ID number 1 that is always Giveth. So
yeah, exactly.
yeah, so I will work on that and leave a pull request for main branch. As soon as the call is over.
Okay. Cool.
Nato, I suggest change the base of your PR to the main from the develop for this nice landing banner. And I think Mitch can test it on the Vercel preview link. So you just should cherry pick the other branch.
No, perfect. That's better.
Yeah.
Okay. So assuming that that's done, then everything else is ready to launch for Friday, which would be the beginning of a new givebacks round and the first round of NICE, essentially.
That sounds very nice.
Okay. I think that's all I have to say. I don't know if there's anything else I'm missing.
Wait, sorry, when did you say it will be ready to announce?
Friday would be great because that's when a new givebacks round starts, and NICE follows the giveback rounds.
Great. Yeah, totally. Okay. All right, that sounds good. Okay, cool. And we're ready for all the comms pieces too, right?
Just whatever you have on your end for Twitter or shilling.
That's easy
with
for me.
the shill minion.
Twitter is really easy for me to just do, kind of like on the fly. Okay, but great. Tech with comms.
Yeah, basically the documentation is uploaded. I just need to uncomment one line and then it shows up on the docs. And,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Oh, jeez. Awesome. Okay. And you'll just do that, so I don't need to remind you, right?
Yeah, I got it.
You're so responsible, Mitch. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, great. Nice token. So what else have we got? We got region farm outreach check-in. Is there anything anything we should know, Katale?
Well, mostly because of ECC, there's some people that are not that responsive, but yeah, I did the check-ins. Nothing happening much. I had on the pipeline resource they were at ETH Barcelona and then also at ETHCC, but I don't think that it's going to be a good fit because they actually like asked me, okay, so, and are you planning to integrate with Cello? Because that's where our token is. And yeah, I don't think that we have any plans for that, not at least in the short term. So that's where we are.
Okay. Cool. Good to know. Okay, awesome. So then what else is there? The other thing I wanted to talk about is boosting. I wanted to kind of like get started on boosting. I mean, if you're blocked for the Angel Vault stuff, Sem is already gone, which is sort of sad. Should have got him at the beginning when he was here before he lost interest. But since you're blocked for a lot of the Angel Vault stuff, I see you're very focused on what you're typing. I can give you a second. I think you're typing to the Ichi team, and I want that message to go through.
Well, meanwhile, I can say something about reinforce that I forgot. Damn it, I forgot it again.
Oh no, I hate when I do that.
No. Okay, I'll think about it.
Yeah,
what did you ask, Lauren?
So I was wondering, if we could get started on developing the contracts for the boosting side of Give Power. I think like the sooner we can kind of get started on that, the better. And like Sem is still available as a resource for you, but I know that like he's kind of like, Amin knows how to do the things. So yeah, can we get started on like the allocation of Give Power to different projects and the contracts for that?
We decided last time to implement everything on the backend.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, you have some balance. You say that, okay, I want to implement that person to this, that person to that. I should, we check the design together. I will look at this again and split the issues to make it possible, the boosting. I don't know how what is the progress on the front end, whether it's ready or not.
For boosting?
Yeah.
No, we haven't started it at all yet on the front end. I was thinking, I was a little concerned that something might change in the design based on because I'm not even sure if it's totally feasible the way it is in the design, but we did go over it together. Did you see any issues or things that would need to change?
No, on that time I didn't see. It was about 1 month ago, but I didn't see at that time. I should check it again, of course, when we come to implement it.
Yeah, maybe I can send you a link, or if you want, we can go through it together, like after the call at some point. But yeah, even if you could just walk through it again and like leave any comments in there, things that are like issues on Give Power, that would be super great.
Before I left something before, if you remember.
Yeah, you did.
It's about the UI UX, but if implementing that at that point, I should check it. I will check it again. Yeah, you're right. I should check it again to see how the logic is implemented. What comes to my mind is to you have some balance. The front end shows it to you, and based on that, you define how many % do you want to allocate from your Give Power to this. And if you're if you go for numbers instead of percentage, if the user balance reduces, every allocation to other project will be reduces proportionally. For instance, you have 100 and now have 50. But maybe the best solution, by the way, is to allocate everything. I should check again. It was 1 month ago, but you like to user allocate. We should discuss it later.
Yeah, you have to take a look precisely.
We did actually, but was 1 month ago.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So maybe after this call or sometime soon, today or tomorrow, you could take a look at least in the Figmas. And I think after this, we could probably end the call and even we could spend a few minutes just looking at it now, but looking precisely at everything and like leaving any comments of stuff that you think will be challenging or infeasible, or like especially things that need to change, so that like Mo can make changes in the design before we get anybody working on the front end.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I remember about my region farms thingy.
Okay, hit it.
So when we were talking about like who can be a potential option for that too, like someone mentioned Gitcoin, but I don't have kind of like a contact to follow up with them. I also not sure if they're going to go for it, if they're not like using our like the token swap that we did for liquidity themselves. I'm not sure if this is going to be of interest of them, but I can still follow up on it.
I think Gitcoin has some like legal things that make it not allowed as well for them to do farming with GTC. Like I think they can do token swaps, that they can't do farming. I remember talking about that before. I don't think it's really. This is something maybe to bring up in the GIVeconomy research call or when Griff is around, but I'm pretty sure that that's not going to be a best option for region farms.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, thank you.
Okay, cool. Just quickly checking out the agenda. I think that's everything that I wanted to talk about. Is there anything that anybody else wants to talk about? We got 4 minutes left.
We need more memes.
More memes. Are you feeling naughty or are you feeling nice?
Monique makes the spiciest memes of all, I'm just going to say.
It's true. Monique, help us with some memes. You're the master.
No, yeah, I just want to create a meme about the roadmap that Mitch, built that part in the July that is going to be finished today. Come on, guys, the nice again should be live. And I just put it in the dev channel. You can see it, but it's not a meme, it's just a screenshot.
Beautiful.
And
okay,
also, I just want to ask that let's start analyzing further issues that we're gonna have for the token economies. With Burp, get prepared. If you want to be, on the top of the deadlines and finalize them. In order to avoid wasting our resources, we have to take a look at it more precisely and try to at least do analysis and design the backend for this stuff. Sometimes maybe the changes to some of the smart contracts, takes a lot of time, and the front end waits, and front end don't have some voice and go to another project. And when the backend is getting prepared, so to avoid this, we have to be prepared at least a month before the front end and the design. The design should start, but the implementation on the front end, I think we need at least a month. So for the other parts that you prepared, for example, the part of my accounts, boosting, or delegations, I think we had to have some hack sessions during the week to finalize them.
Hack sessions with who?
Hack session with I don't know, whatever. That's because it's related to the backend side, and we may finalize it. I was just thinking about being on the roadmap. I send you the roadmap. According to the roadmap, we have to finalize the rest of the give power things in just 2 months. Mm-hmm. So I think roughly the implementation takes at least 1 month from the front end. So it's the time that we know at least what we want to do at the back end these weeks.
Okay, so maybe we should do a hack session with Amin, Sharik, and Mo, so that we can go through the designs, and then you can start working on the back end, and then if there's anything that needs to be changed, design Mo can do it quickly, and then Tarek knows exactly what's coming. And
I also suggest Muhammad if you want to do it in impact graph.
okay.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. I mean, I can schedule a hack session like that sometime tomorrow, or not tomorrow, early next week. This week is going to be hard with the conference and everything. But you guys
Monday
can.
or Tuesday, it's going to be good.
Monday sounds great. Okay, cool. I'll make a doodle with some times for Monday then, and I'll send it to you guys. I mean, do you want Sem to be there too?
Yeah, of course. I like to see some.
Okay, I'll try to get Sem in there too. Amen and Sem. Okay, it's gonna be a party. Gonna be a party. Okay, cool. Well, thanks everybody. That is our show. We're at the top of the hour. Appreciate you all for coming. Oh, Monique, you look so cool. Nice background and shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
You're so fly.
You know, English. Your privilege is having English as your first language.
Just make sure you don't fall from up there.
Yeah. It's not.
Okay. Okay, get out of here. Get out of here. Call's over. Talk to y'all soon.
See you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good day, guys.
Thank you, guys.